Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They'll take that. 14 yards on play number 1. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's a tight end, it's your wide receiver.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that, because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here we go.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Allen. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround What is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 2nd down, here's Barkley again. And he's got some space here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 31-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined, no one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Allen now on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Our game here in Detroit, a Thanksgiving tradition dating back to 1934. And it is the first of 3 games today, per usual. We'll see the Giants and Cowboys from Dallas after us. And then later tonight, the nightcap, another game with NFC North intrigue. The Pats and Vikings from Minneapolis. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
What's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
In motion goes the tight end. So they're going for it, and here's Allen toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
On 1, right?
And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Here we go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
11.
Now it's Burrow. got his man. It's Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's second down. The Lions at 8-2 on the year, and they come in as a team that looks like a well-oiled machine getting ready for the postseason. Winners at 8 of their last 10.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Eight yards to go on second down. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here we go, here we go.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Now it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Burrow. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play,
touchdown! Jamar Chase, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No, that's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. Barkley again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bills have cut it back within a score. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows his versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rival.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So after the INT, it's Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that is caught for the 2 points. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
On 1, ready?
Burrow going for it on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions step up and make those throws, and he did that.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
On one, ready?
On second down, a run with Hall. And some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 68 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, right back to Hall. Taken down at the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Jamar Chase in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at the start of the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And
it's intercepted at the goal line. picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Joe Burrow on third and long. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to make it fourth down. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To the air. Allen. That's caught by Gator Davis. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Barkley, inside handoff.
Yeah, baby!
Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 129 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Allen. And a big loss here as as he's taken down. Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Here we go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. 11 MT.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 MT tank.
Hall again on 2nd down. Now the ball comes loose, and the Bills have recovered. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run it again with Barkley. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Mecole Hardman, 42 yards. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Ball again on 2nd down. Room here to run. Detroit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw again on second down. Allen eluding the pressure right. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 10, Allen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Barkley off tackle left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down, and the Lions will take over. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
11 mighty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll try the option on 3rd down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Whoa. 11 mighty.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Good try.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 empty, 11 empty. 12, 12, 12.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Up the middle with Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down, here's Barkley again, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on third down. Throwing now is Allen. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Here we go with Burrow. Able to find Waller. That's complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Touchdown! Darren Waller. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
154 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Allen uncorks one for Davis. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Now Allen. And they don't get it. It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the 2-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, That's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Lions, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week.